Hello guys, welcome to our video. What we're doing today is I'm going to show you how to get better at Fortnite. If you are new to the game, if you're not that good, you want to improve, I'm going to show you guys basically some build moves, how to improve your gameplay. I'm just hopping into a solo, just by myself, 1v1 sort of thing. So this is called a 90, right? You're going to build a wall in front of you. And a wall is like, so you turn 90 degrees and build the wall, right? And then you jump up and place a ramp, right? And then you can do it again, 90 and ramp. 90 degree, ramp. 90, ramp. 90, ramp. Now, if you end up trapping yourself in your 90, like this, right? You're underneath the stair. You can build out 2 floors like that, and then keep going, right? Or you can edit, and then you can go here and flip it, right? So you can flip your ramp. You're like this, flip your ramp, and then just keep going. Now, this is a really good technique to learn. It's really good for reaching high ground really quickly too. It's not very defensive of the upper area, right? If there's somebody above you, they could just take a shot at you. It's a pretty good move if you're wanting to get up to high ground. It sort of just looks something like that. And let's see, so another good thing to know how to do, maybe you're in a 1v1, right? So this is called a ramp rush. I'm gonna build a floor and a wall, and then a stair. Or you could do a floor, stair, and wall. Or you could do a stair, floor, wall. There's many different ways to do it, but the way I usually do it is like that. Alright, I'm gonna jump forward and just like quickly do that. It's a great way to just approach someone like that, just in front of you. If you look here, there's a lot more builds I need to shoot than if I just had a single ramp, right? It's something that you should definitely know if you're looking to get better. Now let's move on to some edits, right? So if your opponent is, say, boxed up like that, so how are you gonna attack their box, right? You're not just gonna mine straight through, go in and shoot them, right? So if they don't have a cone in their box, right? If they're just standing right about there, they don't have a cone in their box. If you take their wall, which basically means you mine the wall and then you replace it quickly. I'm gonna show you again. Right? So a wood wall, it's important to know that a wood wall, you pickaxe it twice and it'll break. So you only need to hit it twice with a pickaxe and then it'll break. See? So basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna approach the wall. You're gonna do that. Maybe edit through and shoot them, right? An important thing to do is when you edit, you don't want your head to be right here. See, when you edit that window, they can just shoot you because your head is right there. Now, a good thing to do is do an edit on the side, and if you stand on the side, they can't see you, but you can place a cone in their box. Now, you know why it's good to place a cone in their box, right? So if they have, say you're here, and your opponent edits on you, and they have the wall, so you can't edit that wall, then your immediate instinct is going to place a ramp or a cone, right? If I have a cone, I can flip it upwards like this, and then say they mine through, I can reset it and shoot them. But if I don't have a cone, they could make a quick edit like that, and if they're standing like right through there, I can't shoot them unless I expose myself a lot, right? Usually they're going to be over here somewhere. So if they're over here, they put a cone in your box, one of 2 things can happen, right? You can get coned like that. You'll get trapped in the cone, and then, oh no, I can't get out of the cone. I have to like mine out, and at that point they could edit on you, maybe pump you in the head, do some good damage, right? Or if they don't do that, you could just like end up over here, you know, on top of the cone. If you're on top of the cone, then you know your entire body is exposed. See, look. if they're just standing right there, I can see their entire body, and shooting through this window, it's gonna be pretty easy to shoot them. So if you're here, you can't place a ramp, you can't place a cone, you know. The only thing you can do is edit out to the side, right? You could go out to the side. So what to do if your opponent goes out to the side, right? If they edit out to the side before you can make an edit on them and shoot them, you're gonna want to do a pre-box. And you can do that by just building some cones and some walls, and once they go out, it'll be too late, and you already have them full boxed. So, say they're going out this way, right? You're gonna do some cones, and then go like that. Maybe it'll go like that, right? Maybe if they go out this way, you can do that. You can go like that. Now you have them full pieced, you know? You own all the pieces in the box. So if they're completely boxed, you own all of the walls, all the cones, everything, then that means they're full pieced. And at that point, you know, if you're playing duos or trios, something like that, you could wait for your duo to come over, make an edit or something. You could both jump in the box and shoot them, right? Or you just, you know, do something like this, shoot them. That's a basic window edit, right? So whenever you're doing a window edit, you want to stand off to the side so they can't see you. And then you can go out like that. And whenever you shoot, make sure to immediately reset. Because if you don't reset, say you shoot them, right? It doesn't completely kill them or you miss. Then if you're just standing right here and you don't reset your wall, they could shoot you. So you want to just do that, shoot them, immediately reset. Or you could do something like this, right? Shoot them and immediately reset. Now a very good technique here you can use is called the right hand peek or the peanut butter edit, right? So you're going to edit these top 3 tiles, top right or right. You could do top left also if you wanted to. So basically you're going to have a triangle like this. You're going to be fully behind here, so it's going to be very hard for them to see you. And now what you do is you jump, and see how I jump to the left, right? If I jump to the left, it's harder for them to do some counter damage on me, right? If I jump to the left, well, not like that. Make sure you don't land on your own thing. Then you're gonna be exposing less of yourself. So see, if you jump like this, you're exposing a lot of yourself. You jump like sort of like this, right? Then you're gonna be exposing less of yourself. You're maybe only exposing your head or a little bit of yourself, right? And then, you know, as always, make sure to immediately reset. You know, if you're over here, jump to the right and reset. Now, the only time that people usually make a wide open edit like this, you know, if you're like this, you're exposing a lot of yourself. Usually, if you have a very good health advantage against the other person, you can't get one pumped. So if you are at 200 health, the maximum damage they can do to you is like, I think 190 damage, right? And if they're at 10 HP, you want to just make a wide open edit, run in there, finish it off. Maybe if you're getting third partied, you want to just finish the fight really quickly. So another really good thing to know how to do is the double edit, right? So if you're doing something like this, and then they're just underneath you, what you might want to do is, if you want to get them full boxed, you can double edit, right? Place a cone in there, reset these, and then like I just did, you can place a wall, right? You could do that, and then you could do that, and now you're really protected. This is a really protected peek because they're basically looking through a floor, a cone, and a wall, so you can reset any of these at any time. Now, there's some more advanced techniques. I'm just going to show you a little bit. So this is like this is a wall like this. It's going to be completely above your head. You're not going to be able to build any cones through here. So this is pretty protected also. So this is nice if you want to just look at what your opponent is doing. So you can jump up and shoot them, and then reset. And also another thing that pros usually do is you do that, right? Do that and then crouch. This is really unprotected. You know, you have most of your body showing. And also it's a little bit difficult to just like, because if you're editing up here, right? If you're looking up, you can't really see them. have to look all the way down if you want to reset. That's why it's good to start from the top. Crosshair placement, that's why it's really important, you know? If you're gonna edit these, you're not gonna go like that. You're gonna go like, maybe like this. So you have to move less distance if you're all the way up here. Same thing with this edit, right? You're not gonna make a big edit like that. You're just gonna use these little corners, right? Boop boop boop, like that. Alright, so now we're gonna hop into some box fights, and we're just gonna do a public game, and I'm gonna show you guys how to apply some of these edits and skills. Okay, so I'm always gonna have to build up 2 layers, just so that you can get more piece control. Oh, wow, not expecting that. Well, you see what I did there, right? I built a cone, you know? You always have to remember to put a cone. And I flipped the cone up, but I just did it with less than a second too late, right? If I had done it like a second, less than a second earlier, I wouldn't have gotten shot, and they would have shot my cone instead of me, right? So it's always good to flip your cone up while if you're being pushed, or just if you're in a box. It's always good to have a cone, and if you think there's someone on the other side, it's just really good to have a cone or even a ramp. Ramps are slightly hard to edit, you know. You can do a little bit more, I think, easier with a cone because there's only 4 tiles. Stairs are a little bit harder to master, so cones are always really useful. Also, fun fact, you know that cones have the highest, like, they have the highest place range. Like, you can place them really far from yourself. You can place them farther than any other build. So you're gonna be able to place a cone, a ramp, a floor, and a wall, but the cone is gonna place much well, it just places the most far from than any other build. So it's good to know. So it's good for getting piece control in other places. The cone. You can also place builds through cones. So if I'm below this cone, I can place ramps up here if there aren't already Oh. So the mistake there was I didn't immediately pump him, right? I should have immediately pumped him and then sprayed him, right? It usually is good to get a lot of damage on and then spray him afterwards if he's not dead. You don't want to spray and then pump. So I've spawned in the dead center, I think, of map. So I'm just gonna wanna, just stay put maybe? So it's never a good idea to run around just in the open. Oh! That was sad. But I did get that max pump shot on the other person. You know, it's always tough when there's 3 people. You never really know what's gonna happen. So some of you might be wondering, right? Um, so what is good, right? Do you want to have edit on release on or off? Okay. So now what I usually have, I have edit on release on. Oh. Whoa. What happened? Whoa. There's a... Yo. What? Bro, I didn't even see that kid. There were like 3 kids in my box. That was crazy. I didn't kill 2 of them though. That was pretty good. Whenever you don't put a cone in your box, you lose. You always have to have a cone or ramp in your box. It's literally the most useful thing you can ever have. It's just like people, I know a lot of people that say cones are useless. I'm telling you, cones are like one of the most useful things. Of course, you know, floors and stairs and walls are useful, but just the cone, dude, it's just so good. Whoa. So if you look at what I did earlier there, I was in a tough situation, you know, I was getting pushed from both angles, but you see, I edited the cone, the floor, and the ramp all the way down, and the wall, actually. You know, if you edit all the way down, it's a good way to surprise your opponents, because usually you want to have high ground, right? But at that time, I was at the same sort of layer, you know, I was at the same ground as the other people. So at that time, it was a better option to give up the higher ground and go underneath, because sometimes people aren't really expecting that. Oh, see right there, I just choked, so that was not good. Oh, ho ho ho. Yeah, see, they knew that I was really low. Right? I was like very low HP, I was pretty much one shot. So they knew that if they sprayed through my ramp, I would probably be editing on them, right? So there would be a delay when I could take out my shotgun. So they knew that if they just sprayed through my ramp, because I was low health, they could just spray through and kill me instantly. Because I was pretty much just one shot. So that's a pretty good thing that you can do. You know, you just, if your opponent is low, sometimes a really good option for ending a fight quickly is just spray, you know, just spray and pray, and sometimes that can win you a lot of fights. But you know, just don't always spray and pray. That's usually not a good idea. But there's certain times, you know, maybe your opponent, you have a very good health advantage on your opponent. You know, you just want to finish the fight quickly before a third party comes to third party you, and it's just always good to spray to pray sometimes. Spray and pray. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys found this interesting, helpful. You know, if you think that the content is good, if you want to see more of this stuff, because we don't really upload videos that much, because we never get views, but if you guys think that this is good content, make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss our next video. You know, if we get a lot of views or likes or whatever, you know, we might just like make another one. I'll probably make a video showcasing what kind of keybinds you want to make. You know, they're very different keybinds than the normal keybinds, so you definitely want to stay tuned for that. Make sure to subscribe. You know, we also have merch. You should check out our merch. It's Sprout Silk Shop. You can look that up on Google, or I'll put the link to the shop in the description of the video, so be sure to check that out. It's a great way to support us. So with that, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.